Let's go. You lead the way. Where are we headed? Towards a net zero future, of course. Cleaner water, more electricity, a sustainable society. That's the destination we've set ourselves. This we know. Yes, we know exactly where we're going, but we need to get there quicker. So, let's build on the progress we've already made by working and walking together. With the right partners, tools and ideas, we'll become an unstoppable force. This we know. Right now, there are businesses who are putting technology and sustainability at the heart of everything they do. Brave leaders turning maybes into realities and building something better for everyone. Now is the time to look to the future and reinvent ourselves today, empowering others to do the same tomorrow. Yes, we know what the future holds, and we know how to get there. So, let's take charge of the journey today.
Welcome to our school board meeting.
Namaskar.
Hello.
Hi.
Spiffio, access in any language.
Aman?
Hello, everyone, and a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the audience who are joining us from different parts of the world. We, the Shining Star International School, welcome you all to the World Education Week. We are here to walk you through our journey for which we were shortlisted in the top 10 schools of the World Best School Awards in the Innovation category for the year 2021-22. We'll shortly begin our panel discussion on gratitude is our pedagogy. Before that, let me introduce you to the panel today, followed by a brief introduction of the school we present. My name is Amandeep Kaur Gill. I am the HSC officer come administrative officer, a happiness and a well-being coach too. I would be your moderator come speaker for the evening along with the speaker number 1, Miss Abhilasha Singh, the school principal, and the speaker number 2, Mr. Anurag Pathak, who's HOD Mathematics come curriculum coordinator at SSIS. The Shining Star International School is an independent institution in Abu Dhabi, UAE, where we have cultivated an environment in which the students are trained to be independent learners and are prepared for the 21st century workplace. The school is set out to build resilience and mental strength through social and emotional learning, which is imbibed in our innovative pedagogy, which is sought to instill the values like gratitude, positivity, resilience, grit, and tolerance. Ladies and gentlemen, we again welcome you all, and we are really glad to see you all here. As we move further, please be reminded to use hashtag WorldEduWeek hashtag. I repeat, be reminded to use hashtag WorldEduWeek hashtag, and you may post queries in the comment sections. We'll take out three out of them at the end of our session and try our best to answer your questions. So, our first speaker of the day does not require any introduction. Not only she is the principal of our school, but also the multi-talented and multifaceted personality. She's an MIE expert, a T4 country ambassador, an HP IDEA fellow and mentor, international ISO auditor, model United Nations trainer, and global school advocate supported by United Nations Sustainable Network Solutions, and many more. She's a passionate educator and eats, breathes, and lives SDG style. Volunteering is close to her heart, and she's associated with the project name Kakuma, initiated by Mr. Cohen Timmers, spearheading quality education and well being of refugees in Kakuma camp. Ms. Abhilasha, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mandeep and Vinodji. Let's go. So, good evening to all our viewers. It's 9, about 10:15 here in UAE, and we first and foremost express our gratitude to all who are joining us from UAE, India, and the close to good night part of the world. Very, very thankful to your presence and to all our audience and viewers who are watching us from different parts of the globe. I see there are attendees from Argentina, from UK, and from many different parts of the world. So thank you so much for being here tonight. And before I begin, we would like to wish a hearty congratulations to all the winners, the 5 schools, the winners of the best school prize in their respective categories. There is a huge respect, first and foremost, to these schools, and there's so much to learn from their inspiring stories. Taking the journey forward to our school, Shining Star International School Abu Dhabi was founded in 2014 with a vision to be a school of innovation and creativity, preparing students for global challenges. We are a 1900 strong K-12 CBSE curriculum school serving the expat community in the neighborhood. Student lives are at the heart of the schoolwork, and it has taken us long strides to help students build a future for themselves after they graduate. Because of this, the school recognizes that academic instruction alone is not enough, as students are more likely to face numerous mental and emotional stresses in their day to day lives, and schools play an important role in preparing the learners for global challenges. This became more apparent in the wake of the pandemic. And one of the key challenges the school faced in developing our gratitude was convincing the teachers and the core members of the staff that the educational model was worthy of being incorporated into the current curriculum. Teachers were mainly reluctant to learn additional skills while juggling a heavy workload, and the school faced the additional challenges of restructuring the lesson plans and timetable to fit in this vision. And even after teachers were instructed on how to best implement the new education model, there were still resistance, and which is very reasonable and also acceptable. Now, Shining Star International School believes that gratitude is a social glue that strengthens bonds between friends, family, and partners and serves as the foundation of human civilization. After COVID 19, the school recognized that many people in the world were experiencing feelings of bereavement and isolation, poor mental health, and extreme lifestyle changes. Our journey of innovating the pedagogy started with HP Idea Innovation Hub. We are grateful to HP Idea, Meena, for this platform and opportunity for the innovation team to ideate on the ways to tap the emotional needs of our students, to bring about real connection and encourage students to develop greater attitude, greater behavior to cope effectively with everyday tasks and challenges. In our school, we always refer back to the golden circle, where whenever we are ideating or initiating any new idea or activity, and the important questions we ask as a team to ourselves is why, what, and how. So we all agreed that a sense of detachment had set in the students and staff during the pandemic. There was this pandemic fatigue that everybody was feeling, and by and large, kindness as a whole is something that is missing nowadays. So the values that were translated before aren't there due to the disintegration of the family system. Our students are expat residents in UAE, far away from their grandparents and our cultural heritage. So our clickerati digital natives are spoiled for choices. So to develop humility, a sense of belonging and empathy and tolerance, it was important we did something with our students which was away from academic learning but impacted students' achievements indirectly. We anchored our learning on the castle framework of social emotional learning, which is the key aspect of gratitude as a pedagogy. Alongside routine studies, teachers were also trained to construct their lesson plans and to tweak their learning experiences where students learn to handle adversity. Therefore, the school set out on a mission to strengthen its students' value system that instills greater resilience in our learners. It also, in the back of our mind, was also to prepare or to strengthen the school ecosystem as a resilient system. And we have seen that in the pandemic, there's those schools which had the wherewithal and knew were able to sail through the pandemic and also were able to bounce back very quickly. So like we like I said, the resilience is the key word here, which was at the heart of this work. And our learners, of course, so our innovation is based on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where in order to achieve the higher needs of an individual, it is important to meet the lower needs of the individual. So we set out to improve students achievement through the pedagogy of gratitude. Now, what were the outcomes that we were expecting, and what are the results that we saw or what we are seeing? So, the innovation team successfully managed to persuade teachers to subscribe to the new educational model, gratitude as pedagogy. After initial resistance from some faculty staff, and there was notable increase in teachers supporting the benefit that came about in their student behavior as a result of this education model. So the application of building up emotional resilience resulted in enlivened and sustained relationships. There was a marked increase in positive attitude towards our students and teachers. So staff, within staff, intra-staff behaviors and relationships, and of course between staff and teachers, and between staff and students, and between students and students. The pupils showed signs of having more optimistic view of the future. Even younger students started to show positive attributes of behavior despite that initial barriers. Attendance improved significantly. I remember during the pandemic, the common instructions during the online learning and during the hybrid learning used to be with the juniors: mute your mics, switch off your mics, and with the seniors, it was constant encouragement of please switch on your videos. Please switch on your videos. Let us know what you are thinking. Let us see what you're doing behind the screen. Well, the story continued, and here we are. So the attendance improved significantly. Students showed improvement in classroom performance and punctuality. Students were observed to face challenging situations with an attitude of gratitude rather than stalling and falling into a loop of negative thinking. Our whole ecosystem was overhauled. Teachers volunteered to take classes with their colleagues were down with COVID. The absenteeism among staff was reduced by 10%, and the biggest impact was the attrition rate, which was reduced by 19% in this year. Overall, teachers became more compassionate and patient while teaching, and for our students, the attendance improved to 94%, and the indisciplined referrals reduced by 30%. The home assignments are now turned in on time before the deadlines. Along with that, there's been a 6% rise in the achievement of students in key subjects, along with Arabic. Now, our key steps and milestones, we like to take you through how we did and what we did. So I like to talk about the ACE innovation and attainment model. So the origin of gratitude as pedagogy not only required guidance, which was there after the creation of our 4F model, but also required monitoring for another model, which was later called the 5A intersection model, which was suggested and invented by the school principal. It provided the school with a blueprint to develop its expertise. The first circle, allegiance. Vinoji, if you could show the, if yeah, it's there on the screen. Sorry. So the first uh, circle is the allegiance, which focuses on providing a leadership commitment and learning mission aligned to the school vision and mission within the learning environment. The second circle is alliteration, and this is sought to help establish parameters to initiate, control, and evaluate the innovation. So this involved assessing and preparing the required continuous professional development while redesigning the curriculum with a blend of study material and a learning scope that incorporates social and emotional learning, which was outlined through roadmaps, timelines, and ongoing assessment checking strategies. In the third circle, which is the apparatus, is completely focused on the 4F model, which all academic layers of the educational institute providing a team which can provide assistance and guidance in implementation and support to the new and old teachers. The school also developed focused prepared team training program where teachers are instructed in this model of expertise. And the fourth circle is amend, which focuses on the future of innovation through improvement cycle plan, intervention, leaders assessment that quarterly audits the process of the educational model. So the intersection model, the ACE innovation attainment, measures whether the expertise has been implemented successfully and looked into whether the process was working to its best condition. So the 5A model has come into its inception to apply the 4F model in its entirety and for the smooth transition within the educational institution. So the main phase of innovation required the innovation and the implementation of gratitude as a pedagogy in our teaching and learning. And the teachers were provided with training and various supporting resources like the teacher manual, the lesson planning document, which was used as a supporting tool that instructed teachers to develop and execute the lessons. The teacher manual also guides on how to apply the different strategies and how the gratitude is embedded into our school curriculum. So the core innovation team had 8 educators initially, which were part of the innovation hub, which had senior leaders, middle leaders, and teachers spread across the various departments of the school. And the main aim of this team was to research and train teachers for the new education model. So the teachers were provided with the teacher manual, as I told you. And in also addition to that, we had social emotional learning core trainings. Our innovation team started way back with a pilot project and then studied how positive attributes like kindness and gratitude may affect the educational outcomes of the student, along with positively impacting the attitude of teachers and the other stakeholders. As the result of research and innovation, we were bestowed with the HP Idea School Innovation Award in January 2022. And with this, I hand it back to Ms. Aman to take us through the journey of and also explaining what we are doing in the school at present. Over to you, Aman. Back.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am. I still remember the days when senior leaders, especially you, were busy doing all this. So, our speaker number two is an enthusiastic facilitator from SSIS, Abu Dhabi, who loves to bring the magic of learning not only within the four walls of the classroom, but beyond as well. He's heading Department of Mathematics, and he's also a curriculum coordinator at Shining Star International School, an ardent supporter of SDGs, and recently certified on SDG 4. He strongly believes that not all superheroes come with the capes, but some with chalk and nowadays with stylus and virtual boards. Am I right, Mr. Anurag?
Yes, of course, Miss Aman.
So over to you. Over to you.
Thank you, Miss Aman, for the warm welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everyone. Here we go. We believe that gratitude is contagious and it has a ripple effect. I will talk now about the initiatives that we have taken to keep the students, staff, and the parents engaged with these gratitude tasks. The first initiative we have is the gratitude calendar. The gratitude calendar is just not a chart that shows the series of pages, days, or weeks, but it's an almanac in which one notes down the agendas and tasks for gratitude. Onto your screen, there is a sample gratitude task calendar which were used by the primary and the senior wings. In the next snippets of the gratitude tasks are a couple of tasks done by our shining stars during the summer breaks. These include thanking to the janitor, feeding the birds, helping father cleaning the car, feeding the birds again. Then we had writing inspirational quotes daily and sharing them. So these were small but yet meaningful tasks that were done by our students during the summer vacation, and this is very compelling. This is one of the note and the jacket prepared by one of our students for the security guard. Senior students had a couple of tasks which were complex, like writing the journals, and then creating some posters, along with taking webinars with the primary kids. The next initiative that we did was to introduce the gratitude passports. The passports are more than just a document nowadays in which the travel history is recorded. Thanks to this initiative, they documented actually the acts of gratitude that the students have done. And this way, we encouraged them to perform the acts of kindness and also rewarded them. The students who did maximum number of tasks were recognized as the gratitude ambassadors. It said learning done collaboratively is much powerful than the learning done alone. So service learning aims over here to develop the interpersonal skills and the teamwork abilities, all while making them understand that their life is good as well. We made sure that service learning becomes an integral part of the gratitude task and other initiatives. Onto your screen, ladies and gentlemen, now is the power of five. It was a unique twist to the concept of gratitude where we try to take and notice and take action at the same time. The objective was to acknowledge our community, build strong partnerships, and also invite the stakeholders to take part and contribute. These tasks were exclusively for the parents. Same as the power of five, we also introduced the power of three, and this was for our staff and the staff at the school. Now we have our top-notch initiative, that's a happiness courier service. So while electronic mail has somewhat replaced the good old-fashioned post office, but this is not the ultimate alternative to the post office. Similarly, as SSIS had set up a happiness courier service which delivered the gratitude postcards from one class to the other. Messages were randomly picked and matched and then delivered to the respective classes. We also used the customized postcards, which were totally designed by our students. Now, on your screen is the evolution of our gratitude logo. in the image, you can see the current gratitude logo that we are using on each slide was evolved and finalized from a simple drawing done by one of our budding juniors, Zahra Arshad Muhammad from grade one. Can you imagine just grade one? Gratitude meter is another initiative that we started, and our GTF, which is a gratitude task force, came up with an innovative way of tracking the progress of the students and the teachers while they were doing the gratitude task. We created a gratitude meter, which is a self-automated, easy-to-use Excel sheets, which do not require any kind of a code or a VBA code. It comes with a dashboard, and dashboard gets its input from the task completion, and task can be selected from the drop-down menus. And onto your next slide, there is a sample of the gratitude dashboard that we used to compare the task completion, and then to engage the various sections of our school, and to they had a sense of they competed against each other, thus while completing those tasks. Now, uh, I think it's time for our moderator to be the speaker now and share some light on the coming slides. Over to you, Ms. Aman.
Thank you, Mr. Anurag, for walking us through the campus implementation. So, ladies and gentlemen, onto your screen are our gratitude ambassadors, presenting gratitude as pedagogy to the Ministry of Education, UAE, and EDEC. They really like the idea and want to collaborate with us furthermore on the same. Our ambassadors not only settled there, they went up and beyond to spread the message of gratitude. In further slides, we met His Highness Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan, who is the Minister of Tolerance in UAE. As part of our community collaboration, we signed a MOU with one of the local companies in UAE to implement our model of gratitude in their workplace. We are on a 3-month study to test the impact of the application of gratitude in their workplace. Our gratitude task force and ambassadors will be working with the organization to spread gratitude in their workplace in coming months. Going further, to deepen our community tie ups, SSIS students and staff surprised the onlookers in the local mall through a flash mob dance. The dance was based on the theme of paying gratitude not only to the rulers of the UAE but also to the country we so lovingly call our home. We grabbed the attention of the onlookers to our cause. So let's sit back and relax and watch the snippet of the same. Miss Vinoji, may you please share the video?
هذه إمارة المحبة والاتحاد، من الغلا نلبي لها نلبي لها، من حبها إماراتي نرزف لها نرزف لها نرزف نرزف من الغلا.
We also use the Gratitude 365 app free of charge to rope in the school community for a daily dose of gratitude. As I told you earlier too, we have an enthusiastic team of students ambassadors, so they simply can't sit and relax. We collaborated with Global Lighthouse, founded by Miss Donna Gorin and musician and teacher David Fiddle. He helped our students learn how music is composed and helped our students record a gratitude song too. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's audience time. Do we have any questions? I can see one here, which is from Miss Marin. Miss Abhilasha, would you like to answer this? It says, Can you dive deeper into the challenges you faced when you decided to implement SEL in the curriculum?
Thank you so
I'm
much, Madam.
sure
Yeah, sorry, Aman.
I'm sure many want to listen more about it. It's not an easy, though, a necessity shift.
Thank you, Madan, for asking this question, because this actually has been. We initially had a lot of teething trouble, as it is said, and there are two three things that I have learned during this time. Number one is that for anything to be successful, you have to have the buy-in from the audience, and over here the audience was, there were three stakeholders: the students, the parents, and the teachers. And for this, for the pedagogy to be implemented, first and foremost, it is the teachers who had to buy in the idea. And all educators and teachers over here would agree with me, I've been a teacher myself, that whenever something new is initiated in the school, there is a sizable audience, or a sizable population of teachers which finds the why, the question, why do we have to do this again? Something like, oh, again something new is coming up, because the timetable itself is so packed. And Indian curriculum, CBSE curriculum, is a very content heavy curriculum. So we actually, during the 182 days of the school, we struggle with covering what is there in the curriculum. And to add an add-on into the timetable, definitely I understand that there would be resistance. But then, slowly and steadily, how when you explain and you communicate, and then you train the teachers, and when there, everybody sees that the impact at the end, the outcome, the learning outcome is huge, and it's all for the students. Because when you keep the students at the center of the learning, then definitely, like, the hearts change. And our innovation is not with technology, our innovation is changing the hearts and minds of the people. So, when you start practicing gratitude yourself first, and I as a school leader have to be the initiator and the role model to take this forward. So it starts with me. So I realized that I brought in this little shift in my way of working, my way of tackling things, my way of instructing. And then slowly and steadily, working with the teachers, helping them understand how it had to be incorporated in the lesson plans as a standalone or as an integrated activity. So that took a little time, but now we have seen the good work happening. The gratitude meter is evidence of the work that has the teachers have taken up, and have a instituted, and then also completed. So all that is success story. Now comes the parents. Now for the parents also the same thing. uh, the buy-in from the parents. So there also we invited parents for a talk. We circulated material. We gave sessions to the parents. We also invited them to be part of the gratitude task force and also the gratitude program in the school. There were surveys which were taken, which constantly kept giving us feedback that yes, there is a certain shift. Parents are agreeing that yes, it is working. And then we've also seen during the summer vacation how much the parents have enjoyed the service learning, supporting the service learning work with their children. So there has been this sort of bonding which has resulted in uh, improved parental engagements and improved parental relations with the school. And then of course the students. So we have a very lovely bunch of students in the school. And of course teenagers are a different group to work with, but slowly and steadily we were able to impact, because it is the evidence that is evident enough to show us that yes, we've been able to achieve this. So it was all with talking to the children, morning assemblies, making it part of the school daily work, and daily activities. One created a standalone period during the week, where these activities were conducted in the school, where the children themselves were part. And service learning has been one of the biggest achievements for us, where the students have gone out to the community and spread the message of gratitude. So, Merin, I hope that answers the question that you've asked. And if there's anything else, we would love to
Yes,
take that up as well.
there's one more question from, I think, Miss Marin again. So she asks how important it is that you had teacher trainings and professional development instances. Could you share an example of how these teachings developed?
Trainings were developed. So
Yeah.
uh, PD, PD, PD. That is the only way the schools improve. Professional
Yeah.
development sessions, calendar, and a need based PD program for the school. I mean, all school leaders who are watching us today would agree to this, that it is the PDs only that can help the school move forward. And for any new initiative to be implemented, you have to get it. Just giving information to the teachers is not enough, just sending them manuals is not enough. You have to hold workshops, you will have to have hands-on learning experiences with the teachers, then give feed and also take feedback from the teachers. What's working? We have this thing in the school that we do, what went well, even better if. That is the standard question that we ask, what went well, even better if. So with that, what went well, what is working, what could be better, what is working, what could be better, and be open to listening to what is not working and why it is not working. And if there's somebody who says, okay, I can't do it, so we agree and we listen to that voice as well, and put a support mechanism where the teacher is supported with resources and with also one-to-one talk, a special conversation which are initiated to help the teachers understand that how this thing will work. So as an example, we had training on the implementation of how the lesson plans would be prepared. So in the teacher manual, it is given as what needs to be done. So there are resources that the teachers are supported with. So there's a proper program that is given to the teachers, and now we are also in the process of developing a special curriculum for gratitude, which will be part of it. Will not come from the principal, it is going to be the curriculum team which has been selected, which will prepare the curriculum. So it is going to be like everybody is going to be part of that planning program. So we have 10 minutes left, and we'll need to also take care of a few more things that we need to cover. So back to you, Ms. Aman.
Okay, ma'am. I'll request you to give us a little, throw little light on the key takeaways.
So the five main key takeaways for the audience today are the five questions on what influenced us, what are our key learnings, our campus implementation, which of course Mr. Anurag has also given a very detailed explanation, impact on the students and the staff and the parents impact. So what influenced us? I will start from here. Our students are digital natives. I call them the clickerati generation. And being in UAE, they are the privileged lots and spoiled for choices. We are really spoiled for choices over here. Everything is available to our children on a click of a button. And then, of course, in the COVID, we've seen our children, going sort of a detachment, feeling that detachment from the school. So therefore, we decided on not just to work on technology or to get more technology in school, but we decided to work on how do we influence our students' hearts and their minds. So that was the main reason of starting this pedagogy in school. And we also believe that a heart that practices gratitude is a magnet for miracles. So this constantly guides us to plan things in the school. And what are our key learnings from here? Number one, school is resilient ecosystem, and students have great potential. They only require a little bit of tapping and mediums to tap, where the children then we just need to be the wind beneath their wings and they will soar high. So and also with the staff, the relationships between the staff, how we know that some teachers have stepped out of their comfort zones to help the school, to help their colleagues, support each other during the pandemic. And also that with gratitude, practicing gratitude, we shift the conversation from why do we have to do it to, oh wow, I get to do it. So this is the conversation we have in the morning assemblies constantly with our children, that look kids, there are children in other parts of the world who uh, who would love to attend school but are not able to because of many reasons. And over here, you need to thank your parents and thank God that you are coming to school, you are getting to attend school, you are getting to learn. So from that conversation of why do we have to do it to, oh wow, I get to do it, so this is, and this again we spoke to the teachers also for the same. During the pandemic, a lot of people lost their jobs. Even some schools had salary cut down on with their teams. But over here was, thank you God, I have a job and I have a school, I have a workplace to go to. So these are the little things that can bring that shift into our psychology, into our way of working. And campus implementation, service learning has been a very big part of our gratitude work. And this is community collaboration. So we have, what we are doing in school is that this service learning is divided into three parts. One is in school, one is with community out of school, and one work is with the help of the parents. So there are three project works that the students will do. And in the school implementation, we have seen a lot of gratitude work that our children have done, a lot of charity work that our children have done, right from bringing food packets for the drivers and for the ancillary staff in the school, to donating stuff for the poor and the needy. And this work continues. And our children are also, environmental stewardship is at the heart of our school program. Our school is a global school program member school, so we also do a lot of work related to SDGs, and this also goes into that part of service learning. Impact our students, we have seen our children wanting to come to school. We have seen an improvement in participation and willingness to participate in inter-house events, willingness to participate in inter-school events, and then the enthusiasm with which to initiate projects in the school. So, and I'm a big fan of student agency, and this is where also the part of a big part of the school goes. So it's heartful to see students wanting to come to your office, wanting to talk to you about student-led initiatives. And then staff and parents impact, there has been increased collaboration, a significant improvement in school and parents relationship. That parental engagement, that collaboration has and I'm very thankful to T4 for it, because it is through this work that the school also recognize, the parents also recognize that the school is doing a lot, and now the school is recognized as one of the top 10 schools in the world. So that all has contributed to improved parental relationships, parent school community partnership, and same is with the staff. And the school, we want our school to be a happy place. The first and foremost thing that I tell the parents is that children should be happy to come to school. Children should be willing to come to school. In the morning, they should be jumping out of bed to come to school. So this is what we have seen: improved attendance and improvement in punctuality. So the children reaching school, and of course the work and everything being submitted on time. So basically the relationships and the work methodology in the school has this gratitude. Our pedagogy has had a great impact on our school functions. And lastly, I would like to say that I'm mindful of the time. I'm looking at
2 minutes. Only 1 minute.
yeah. So it is our, like, today, for all the audience, I fold my hands in gratitude, and let's continue this work. And gratitude has become a way of life in Shining Star International School. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much. All good things must come to an end. And so we are at the end of the session. I hope our session was engaging, and the key takeaways on the gratitude as pedagogy would help to strengthen the other educational institutions around the world too. We personally and wholeheartedly thank T4 and Mr. Vikas Pota, who provided us with this lovely opportunity and platform. Gratitude. Thank you.